Hey guys, so I am in my living room because I am on the 4th day of the COVID, and this is actually my second time having this exact variant with the exact same symptoms. But I wanted to make a video about, somebody had asked a question just a couple days ago for me, but by the time this gets posted, it probably will have been about a week. I posted a video talking about how you can lower the importance of your specific person simply by realizing by realizing that the idea that you have that there is one singular thing that could fulfill you is false. By realizing that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other people that could show up and you would become very interested in them and feel as passionately about them as you do about your specific person. Basically recognizing that this singular focused desire that you have for the specific person is sort of something that's made up in your head to some degree. It's not necessarily that you don't have a genuine heart's desire for that person. Maybe you do, and if so, then I'm sure it will be fulfilled. But just getting rid of the rest of the intensity surrounding that desire, that all eggs in one basket feeling, by just recognizing that there are lots and lots of other people out there who could essentially render this specific person irrelevant, because you've probably had feelings for other people in the past. You don't still have those feelings. Now they're focused on this specific person. Just recognize how this sort of plays out, that the desire for a specific person is not really something that's based in the reality of there only being one person who could fulfill what you want. Hope that made sense. So somebody made a comment on that video saying, okay, I totally agree with this, but what about family members? Because you can't, there aren't hundreds and thousands of people, that you could be biologically related to. So, what about that? And I wanted to answer that. My response to that is, so what? The family relationships you have, absolutely, I don't like the word replaced, but you can absolutely find relationships with people who are not biologically related to you or DNA related to you, that will fulfill the same type of family feeling that you feel with your family member, that you would, that you want to feel with a family member. To me, the relationships you have with family are like the specific person relationship, raised to the next highest degree, like in terms of importance. So I think it's just as important to take that intensity off of that specific person manifestation as it is to take it off of the romantic specific person manifestation. You have to recognize, and this is true, that there are people that you don't know right now that you can manifest into your life that you will feel a bond with, equal to or stronger than family members. I've experienced this. The closest person, the person I feel I can rely on the most, the person that I had not, have a long shared history with now, is not somebody who I'm blood related to. It's somebody who I, didn't know in 2007. And, so, I can tell you for sure that there are family members out there are relationships that very much mimic that you would feel with a family member out there. No, you won't have like a childhood shared history like you might with a sibling. But, the idea that blood is thicker than water and all that really isn't just applicable across the board. It's not, just because someone is a family member, family members screw family members over all the time. Family members cut family members off all the time. And so really, I think that if, say you are very concerned and distressed about a specific person manifestation with, say, your sister or something, or you're trying desperately to like change your sister into somebody, who will actually fulfill that sister relationship that you want, I think, you need to recognize, same thing with mother, father, anything. You just need to recognize that there are literally, in that case, there are probably millions of people who could fulfill that type of relationship for you. I mean, there's just so many people out there with whom you can have an amazing friendship or family feeling bond. I would say that one, this is one of the things that seems more difficult in your mind, but it's actually, since it's less of a, it's not a romantic relationship, like there are so many people that could fulfill that role for you. If you have a thing with a sister, you could even find a guy friend that might fulfill that type of feeling for you. Like those types of relationships are just wide open. There's so many people that, that could come into your life and create a family type of feeling. I don't know if that helps or if that comforts anybody. These like attachments to a specific person and attachments to family members, these things are, I think, part of, they're part of the challenge to let go of. And I don't mean like letting go of family, like cutting them off or anything like that. But just letting them be who they are and letting go of the idea of how they need to be and how the relationship needs to be. And again, this is just my personal philosophy. There are a lot of channels out here on YouTube talking about how you can change people into exactly what you want them to be. I know firsthand how people will change based on you, if you change. And there are a million books written on basically how to brainwash people and persuasion techniques and all of that kind of stuff. So people are highly responsive to mental suggestion. There's a lot that you can do to manipulate people into being different. But that's just not something I'm personally interested in. And I've read a lot of Neville Goddard. I've read all of Neville Goddard at this point. And for every time he said something in any of his works that in any way insinuated that you could change somebody into what you want them to be, he made 10 other comments or wrote 10 other things that directly that are direct evidence that he didn't mean that you can control other people and just change them into something else. In fact, he's quite clear in most of his works that you should let people be. There's nobody to change but yourself. So all of that to say that with your family members, if you have a specific person manifestation that is somebody who seems irreplaceable, like a brother, you don't have to replace that brother. You can let that brother be who that person is. You can let that relationship be what it is and change yourself. Focus on yourself and see how that relationship reflects. But if what you want is that feeling like you have a sibling, I can tell you that, those are out there to be found. My ex, whom I met in 2008, he is certainly like a member of my family. There's the same sense of like, I owe you, you owe me. We're on the same page. We have obligations to each other indefinitely because we're family. And over time, that has really turned into more like a brother-sister type relationship. In a way that I wish that I had with my actual biological brother. By the way, my relationship with my actual biological brother has changed a lot over the years, as I've changed over the years. So really, there's no one to change but self. If you're feeling very anxious or upset about a family relationship, my suggestion would be to take the pressure off of it by recognizing that whatever you're looking to have fulfilled from that relationship can absolutely be fulfilled in other ways by other people. So that takes the pressure off a little bit. None of this is to say that you shouldn't or can't get together with the specific person that you want, or that you can't or shouldn't mend a relationship or have a relationship change the way you want. I'm not in any way saying this to discourage anybody from that. The only thing I'm saying is that when you take the pressure off by recognizing that all of your fulfillment does not lie in this one thing, it tends to take, the wool out from in front of your eyes, and then you can see things that you were blinded to when this sense of desperation and need was clouding your sight and your judgment. So I hope that made sense and helped somebody to understand where I'm coming from. Again, this is just my philosophy, my experience, and have a great day.